Welcome to the deep dive. So if you've been working online, you've probably felt it. The ground's really shifted under us. We're way beyond just, simple keywords now. Our sources are showing that traditional SEO, well, it's kind of a whole new ballgame. Today, we're diving deep into these AI SEO SaaS platforms for 2025. We're looking at how they're basically rebuilding search optimization.
Yeah, and our mission here, it's really to pull out the key stuff from our sources. We want to help you understand how search engines are now digging much deeper into context, what users actually want, and, the real quality of content. It's all about figuring out what this means for your visibility online and how you can, well, adapt effectively.
It's exactly. This isn't just some small tech update. Our sources, they're calling it a massive shift. Think like going from a paper map to real-time GPS. The game's changed. Your content has to appeal not just to people, but also to these really smart AI systems that decide who sees what.
Okay, let's get into it.
Right. So that whole era of just like stuffing keywords everywhere, that's definitely over. What we're seeing now are these AI overviews right there at the top of the results. They're giving answers before people even click. And we can't forget voice search either. That's really changing how people even ask for information.
Mm-hmm. And what's really fascinating is how AI gets concepts now. It looks at expertise, content satisfaction, stuff way beyond old school SEO metrics. Our sources really hammer this home. It's shifted from just counting keywords to figuring out the intent, like someone just looking for a quick fact, trying to get to a specific website, or maybe shopping for something. Content relevance isn't about keyword density anymore. It's got to be super accurate, genuinely helpful, and, keep the reader engaged.
Okay, so with all these big changes happening, why is AI not just like a nice to have, but actually essential for SEO in 2025? This is where our sources show some really interesting stuff.
Well, our research points to three really big shifts that make AI crucial now. First, those AI overviews we mentioned, they're really stealing the show. We're seeing data suggesting they're cutting traditional organic clicks by, well, up to 25% on some searches. That's not a small tweak. It basically means you need to completely rethink your content strategy if you want to show up in those AI answers. Your content needs to be built to give that concise, direct answer the AI can just grab. Second thing is the rise of long-tail queries and AI snippets. Think about how people talk to their voice assistants. It's more natural and more conversational. So we're getting way more of these long, specific searches. And these are just tailor-made for AI snippets, which means your content needs to really dig deep into niche questions, cover related topics thoroughly, build that topical authority. And the third thing, structured data. This is really becoming the new gold standard. Our sources keep pointing this out. Content that's well organized, just schema markup, has semantic depth. It just performs way better. Schema markup, for anyone maybe less familiar, it's like a specific code language you add to your site. It tells search engines exactly what your page is about, a recipe, an event, whatever, helps the AI understand much better. And semantic depth, that's about covering a topic completely, all the related ideas, not just keywords. Doing this massively boosts your chances of landing in those AI overviews everyone wants.
Wow, okay. It really sounds like there's a split happening then. Businesses sticking to the old ways are maybe, losing visibility? While the ones jumping on AI-driven SEO are getting ahead.
Exactly. You've got to position your content to be the answer AI wants. Optimize for voice. Stay relevant as formats change. It's all critical. Our sources show that gap is widening, between companies using these AI tools and those who aren't. It makes picking the right AI SEO SaaS platform, well, pretty much a make or break decision now.
Right. And speaking of those choices, our sources mention Contently quite a bit. They often describe it as like a top AI SEO tool for 2025, especially for bigger companies dealing with these complex content issues.
Yeah, Contently's approach, from what we've seen in the sources, is this kind of smooth blend.
Yeah.
They mix advanced AI with, and this is key, skilled human editors. That combination seems to be their secret sauce for making content that works for both the algorithms and for real people.
So what makes it stand out? Okay, first, the sources talk about its AI-driven research. It seems to go pretty deep. The AI digs through tons of beta trends, keywords, what competitors are doing, audience behavior, basically spots the gaps and opportunities, making content planning, well, kind of a breeze, apparently. Second, even with all that AI power, the sources stress, you still need that human touch, creativity, real expertise, that editorial polish. AI isn't quite there yet, so intentionally brings humans into the creation part to make sure the content actually resonates, feels authentic, while still being AI friendly. They seem to have a strong focus on sourcing good writers and editors too. And third, workflow. For big teams, this is huge, right? Contently offers these adaptable smart workflows from the idea stage all the way to publishing. It apparently integrates well with other marketing tools. And for industries with lots of rules, like finance or healthcare, our sources mention these compliance checks and audit trails as a big plus. Okay, so content link gets mentioned a lot at the top, but it's not the only player, right? The market sounds pretty diverse. Our sources pointed out a few others with interesting strengths. Yeah, like Semrush AI Suite. That got highlighted for predictive analytics, automated briefs, competitor analysis. Sounds like it's really good for teams that are already pretty technically savvy with SEO. Then there's Clearscope, often called like the kingpin of content optimization. Super specific tips, real-time scoring. Seems great if your main goal is boosting content you already have. And MarketMuse, its strength seems to be on top-tier topic modeling, building out whole content strategies. Good if you want to be seen as the authority on a whole subject area. Right, and phrase.io, that one popped up for its question research and AI outlines. Sounds useful maybe for smaller teams needing thorough content. And these are just some examples showing there are different tools for different needs, different levels of expertise.
Absolutely. And what's fascinating here are the bigger trends shaping all of this in 2025. One is definitely the rise of multimodal search. Our sources suggest search isn't just text anymore. It's coming from images, voice, maybe even AR. Platforms like Contently are building features for this, using structured data to help content work across these modes. Another big one is semantic search just keeps evolving. Search engines are getting ridiculously good at understanding context, like savants, so AI tools that can do deep semantic analysis. They're becoming, well, all the rage. They push creators to think about the whole meaning of a topic. Third, user experience signals. They're definitely major ranking factors now. And it's not just about how fast your page loads, it's the whole interaction engagement, how easily people find stuff. Our sources say the top AI platforms get this. They give advice on both the content and the overall user experience. And finally, there's the whole privacy first shift. Third-party cookies going away, tighter regulations. This means AI platforms have to pivot, focus more on contextual relevance, first-party data strategies, adapting to that new reality.
Okay, that's a lot to consider. So how do you actually make this, almighty choice? When you need to pick the right AI SEO platform for you, our sources give some pointers here.
Yeah, first off, strategic alignment. Does the platform actually fit your marketing goals, your content strategy? Are you looking for something super specialized or more of an all-in-one tool? That's key. Second, integration. You have to really look at how well it plays with your existing tech stack, your CMS, analytics, other marketing software. Does it fit smoothly? Third, think about growth. Can it scale with you? Handle more content, bigger teams, more complex workflows down the line. Fourth, and this came up again and again in the sources, that human expertise element, don't forget it. It often separates the good platforms from the truly great ones. That mix of AI and human insight seems to deliver the best results. And lastly, reporting and analytics. How good are they? Are they clear? Can you actually connect the SEO metrics back to real business outcomes like ROI? That's crucial. As AI SEO keeps moving so fast, that gap between the leaders and laggards, it's just getting wider. Brands that choose their platforms wisely aren't just going to win on visibility. They'll likely see big gains in their overall marketing impact too. Picking the right platform is basically picking your path for future growth.
That's a really strong point to end on. And our sources do keep coming back to Contently's position in 2025. Seems like it's that blend the AI precision with the real human touch that produces content algorithms value and audiences actually want to read. So thinking about all this, what does it mean for you listening right now? As search keeps moving way beyond just matching keywords, how might thinking more about user intent, about real content quality, even without fancy tools, how might that change how you create content from now on?